Good Tuesday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your weather update here on your July 29th, 2025. Now, before we get going, we always like to say thank you and welcome aboard to any new followers here on our growing little channel. And if you're not yet officially a follower, please give our main Facebook page a like today. Now, if you happen to be watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future updates. Well, we continue to swelter all across North Georgia, but the changes, they are coming. We're going to start phase one for tomorrow. We're going to see increased rain chances. It's not the cold front just yet. That'll come as we head toward the weekend, but we're going to be staying very much on the wetter side to finish out our work week. And then we'll take an updated look at your weekend forecast as well on this update. So let's go ahead and take a live look here. In the Blairsville area, we've got some sunshine clouds around. Couldn't rule out an afternoon shower or thunderstorm, especially going into the evening hours for today. Looks like the models were kind of indicating after 6 o'clock would be the best chance to see some of the rains here across North Georgia. So couldn't rule that out here into Blairsville. Lake Lanier also looking pretty good. Got some sunshine, some clouds out there, and not looking too bad out there to begin our afternoon. And again, couldn't rule out some storms here as well as we go in toward the evening hours. Now, so go ahead and look at our current advisories out there. Plenty of excessive heat warnings. That's in the purple there. That's 110, 115 degrees plus, getting up to 105 there in the orange areas. Only saving grace is up until the higher elevations of the North Georgia mountains, but even there, it's still feeling close to 100 degrees. So again, be careful if you're going to be outside for any length of time. Now, we're also going to have to deal with a general thunderstorm threat all across North Georgia, not only for today, but for tomorrow. And because of the excessive heat, I'm still putting out, just telling folks, hey, we could see an isolated severe. Couldn't rule it out. We've had a couple of them here across the southeast already today, and I do suspect we have that possibility again here for today. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's go take a look at the local radar. Getting some rains up here south of Chattanooga here, just to the west of Dalton. Some showers over near the Helen area. Hayesville getting some showers. And I expect the coverage area for tomorrow to be a little more extensive, thus the higher rain chances. So we're going to have higher rain chances, more cloud cover, and it means the temperatures will not be as high. The reason for that is that upper level ridge that's responsible for our heat dome or heat wave right now is going to be breaking down a little bit and shifting off toward the west. So we're going to see a little more rain cover out here. Now, today we're seeing a lot of thunderstorms here along the Gulf Coast, here along Florida Panhandle. They've had several severe thunderstorm warnings down here, back over toward Mississippi, over toward the Carolinas. So not too bad for us here for this afternoon. But again, I'm expecting the rain chances to be elevated going into Wednesday and Thursday, really kind of the rest of the week. So keep that in mind. Now, so go ahead and look at our regional perspective out there. Again, a lot of 90s out here, 95, 93. There's a 97 over near Anderson. So again, still plenty hot, and those feel like temperatures are going to remain brutal here for the rest of the afternoon. We will beat this back just a little bit, a few degrees heading in for tomorrow. Now, so go ahead and take a look at our regional model here. We kind of got this looping here for the next 40 hours or so. Again, scattered storms here going into your Wednesday, settling back down at night. So we'll loop this one more time. Watch that timestamp in the upper right corner. Tuesday, here we go. Scattered storms here for today. Again, mostly in the evening hours, settles down overnight, and then we'll see the thing flare up again in the afternoon. Except tomorrow, I think it'll be a little bit earlier. Okay, today is kind of late tomorrow because we're not going to be as dealing with that high pressure ridge there. I think we're going to see a better chance for seeing the storms firing up a little bit sooner and thus not get as hot because of the cloud cover, the rain cover kind of firing up a little bit earlier in the day. All right, so let's go and take a look at your forecast maps here. Let's go take a look at this from our friends at the National Weather Service. Keep a watchful eye on this. We're going to be tracking a cold front that's going to be moving down toward us fairly slowly. It's definitely not in a big hurry. So this is Wednesday morning. Here's our front. It's going to get a little bit elongated. It's going to kind of push through in through New England first, but eventually it's going to make its way south. Here's our high pressure up here, 1027, 1028 high. That's pretty decent for this time of year as this moves on in. So there it is on Thursday, still kind of holding up there toward the north. But look what happens as we go into Friday. Boom, it's sitting right on top of us here. And you see a lot of dark green. When you see a lot of dark green on a map like this, that means you got rain chances greater than 50% being reported by the National Weather Service there. So that'll go into your Friday. Saturday, it settles on to the south. There's a little wave along that frontal system here, and that's why it's keeping it kind of dark green still above our area there across the region going into Saturday. So still looking at elevated rain chances. Right now, I think I got about 70% for that day. Then we kind of back it off a little bit on Sunday, and then Monday, I think it becomes a little more isolated, more like a 30% chance. And temperatures, not bad. We'll be dropping back into the 80s. Again, this is not really, I would call this a true fall air mass, but it's definitely below normal and definitely something we don't see that often. You don't see a cold front late July, early August come all the way down south as this one is going to do going into Monday and Tuesday of next week. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at your forecast here for tomorrow. Again, Thunderstorms likely scattered about. We're talking probably a little bit earlier in the day. Tonight, we're kind of looking at, after 6. Tomorrow, maybe around 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll start to pop some of these. 90 and 74. So the overnight lows tonight, generally everybody's lows are going to be very similar to what we had this morning. These didn't really change all that much. Mostly the low to mid 70s for most locations. Again, tonight, a few isolated scattered showers and rumbles of thunder here expected here for tonight. Tomorrow, notice temperatures not nearly as bad out there. Also, notice we don't have as much purple on this map as we've had the last few days. So things backing off with increased rain chances. Still a little hot over here toward Rome and Cedartown at 94. 90 in Lawrenceville, 88 over in Cornelia. You definitely see the effects of increased cloud cover and increased chances of showers and thunderstorms. Here regionally, still holding on to the heat. So that ridge is kind of shifting off to the west here a little bit. So 98 Nashville, Memphis, and Jackson. But we're increasing the rain chances here. We're backing off the temperatures just a little bit here across portions of the southeast. Still steamy though, like Jacksonville and Savannah, still pretty hot. But we are backing the temperatures off just a little bit. Let's look at the next 7 days. Here we go, as we're going to be dealing with the increased rain chances. That's why the temperature is going down here. 80% here for the next couple days. 70% going into Friday. Then here comes the front. Front comes through Friday, Saturday. Look at that big change. Roughly about a 10-degree drop there. 72, and then we're in the 70s, maybe upper 70s for highs on Sunday. 50% chance. 30% there on Monday and Tuesday. Low 80s and upper 60s. That is definitely not bad by summer standards. So below normal temperatures coming in as we go into early next week. Don't get used to it, folks. We're still very much in the breath of summer. It will get hotter again. Let's just hope we don't get a return to a heat wave or dealing with extreme heat as we go into August. So we'll be watching that very closely. Also, as we flip the calendar going into August, obviously we'll be getting more into the tropics. There is a lot of stuff floating out there right now, guys. Long-range European models trying to kick out something like 12, 13 days out. I did post something on Facebook just to tell folks, hey, just take a chill. Don't worry about it just yet. I'll tell you when you need to worry about that right now. There's nothing imminent, nothing out there. Next 7 days are still looking quiet from the National Hurricane Center. So I'll keep you updated on that. Again, appreciate everybody helping us out. We're calling. You're getting closer and closer. We should hit 10,000, I think, by Thursday. I think we're tracking pretty good right there with our ad buys going. And hey, I'm getting a few more organic likes out there with some of my postings. That's good to see too. Again, advertising's expensive, or can be. So, so I'm trying to stay in my budget that I've earned a little money here on the channel and putting it back in here. So again, the goal is for us to get to 100,000. 10,000 gets us to 10% of our goal. And the reason why we want that big number is so we can get advertisers and sponsors to upgrade our equipment to a little more professional level for you guys out there, and hopefully eventually maybe develop a 24-hour weather channel. That's what I like to do. We'll have our own app, YouTube channel, that kind of thing. That's the long-term goal. All right, that's y'all's update for today. You guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow on the next update. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.